What up, fam? It's your boy, Thunderboy 2024, streaming to you live. So yeah, I was tossing around the idea of doing a video on the subject, and I was like looking stuff up, and I opened up like a Word document, and I was like writing stuff down, and it turned into like this whole little packet. So it turns out I am going to do a PS5 Chronicles video on this subject. But yeah, I'm entering the PlayStation 5 sphere, and there's all these different controllers out there. So I thought I'd make this like little controller guide for everybody. So, and I just have this fascination with all these like weird limited edition controllers that are out there. So I just kind of wanted to do like a deep dive. And as this video is early 2025, so like subject to change. Like I'm sure more models are going to come out, but I've gone through almost all of the ones that are currently out. So like let's just kind of dive in. So like you have like your basic Dualsense controller, right? And basically, the first batch came in all these different flavors. I mean, there was the original white one. There's here I have the midnight black one, and I cross-reference like Amazon, eBay for like prices and stuff. I swear to God that like originally I was seeing these for like $70, but like now I can't find them for less than 75. And here's the really weird thing is like there's like the first batch of colors, right, and they're like 75. And then there's like the newer colors, like this freaking sterling silver and chroma pearl and whatnot, and they're just a little more expensive. I don't think they're like any different at all, but for some reason they're $80. They're $5 more. So like I don't know. I guess unless you really like that color, unless you like really need a silver one, I would never spend the extra $5. Like just go with the midnight black looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I would just go with that. So like. And again, all this is kind of superfluous because like the basic white controller that your console comes with is just fine. It does just fine on its own. You don't need anything else. This is all just like a luxury at this point, like for collectors and stuff, like people that really want like the limited edition stuff. Okay, so yeah, those are your two options as far as like the basic model, and then we get a little wacky. Okay, so let's go to this. So there's the like PlayStation 30th anniversary controller that's stylized to look just like, the old PS1. Like the thing that I love the most is like the home icon is like the same colors as like the PlayStation, icon. I wish all of the controllers looked like that. Like basically all the other controllers, the home icon is either white or black. So like that's one reason that I really like this thing, and it has like those gray colors they associate with the PS1. The cheapest I can find is $125. That's too much. Like I mean that's going to be a common theme in this video. Like everything is too expensive, everything is too much. But like the lowest I'd go is like these two, 80 or no, really just go for 75. Go for the midnight black controller. That's my advice. This is too much. I mean it's cool, but like unless you can find it for a little cheaper than this, I wouldn't go for it. Okay, then we have like here we're going way too far. There's the the DualSense Edge. This is Sony's Pro controller. Okay, it's freaking $200. It's freaking $200. Why? Why is this so expensive, Sony? Oh, it's the Pro controller. It's heavier. It has mappable buttons. It has a slightly nicer trackpad. No, I can't justify this. I mean, the base controller is already too expensive, and this is over double that. This is $200 freaking dollars. Like, get the hell out of here, Sony. So no, I don't recommend this either. Oh, and I was reading that like it has the features that it has, mappable buttons, you can adjust like the length of your joysticks or whatever, like come on. And I was reading that it actually has worse battery, it has like way worse, like 2 hours less battery life than the basic controller. So no. So I say no to that too. Like no way, Jose. Equally, dumb, if you want to burn $200 another way, here we have the PlayStation Portal. I could do a whole video on that, so I won't go too far into that. If you heard of this thing, I mean, it is a controller. It's basically, it looks almost like a Switch or a Steam Deck, but no, don't get confused. It's not a console. It's basically a fancy controller. Like it's a controller with an iPad stuck in the middle of it is what it is. But you can use it to stream games from your PS5. So if like you're in the same house, you can go into like a different room. Like you can go upstairs in your room with the Portal, and you can continue playing Spider-Man in your room. Like that's the whole draw of it. It's kind of a cool idea. I don't know if it's worth $200. You know what I mean? Cool. So yeah, I would pass on that as well. Now we're getting into like the limited edition controller, excuse me. Okay, so the very first one was the God of War one, God of War Ragnarok. $120. Again, too much. It's a cool design. I like the two wolves howling. Yeah, I don't know. We also have, this is a weird one, the LeBron James collaboration. I don't know much about LeBron James. I liked him in Space Jam 2. It's a cool, I mean, the controller is fire. Like the design, the graffiti, the graphics, it's fire. Nothing is given, everything's earned. I like that slogan. $130 is the cheapest I could find it. Again, too expensive. I mean, it's fire design, but too expensive. You want to talk about too expensive? Oh my god. So this is the worst one. The Hogwarts Legacy controller. $600 on eBay. Because this was, I didn't know this was even a thing. I never saw this in a store, and you won't, because this was exclusive to the PlayStation Store in the UK. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. It's Harry Potter. Yeah, I don't know. Some of these just don't make sense to me. Some of these limited edition tie-ins. I mean, the LeBron one definitely doesn't make sense. But, like, God of War makes sense. That was a PlayStation exclusive. Hogwarts Legacy came out on everything. It even came out on Switch. So I don't know why there was, like, a Sony controller for that one. And again, it's way too... I mean, the design is really, really cool. I like the black and the gold. But the price isn't, outrageous. It's insane. So, no. Absolutely not to that one. Like, holy shit. Turn the page. Now, this one makes a little more sense. The Spider-Man 2 controller, $145. Again, too expensive. But no, this is sick. This is sexy. This is really sexy. This is like, you see like the black symbiote overtaking the Spider-Man red, and I love the white buttons, and I love the white spider symbol on the trackpad. If I had to choose any of them, yeah, I'd probably, like cost aside, I'd probably choose the Spider-Man 2 one. And that, again, it makes sense because it's actually a PlayStation exclusive game. Another exclusive game that bombed horribly, the Concord controller. Yes, it's real. There was a Concord controller. They only made the one batch because Concord bombed horribly. The controller actually is kind of cool, even though the game is supposedly horrible. $250 on eBay. Yeah, again, the very limited time, limited edition item. You can't find it. It's too expensive, so don't even bother. Actually, my favorite, I have to take it back. My favorite might have to be this one here, the Astrobot controller. $130 on eBay. Again, too expensive. But yeah, very sleek, very futuristic, very, very futuristic. Like, it looks very like this stepped out of like a time capsule from the future. Like, I love it. It's very adorable. Look at Astrobot's eyes. And again, yeah, PS5 exclusive game, so that makes sense. Then we have, this like just came out, the Monster Hunter Wilds controller, $120. I love anything red. I love the red. Again, Wilds, I mean, it's a big game, but it came out for everything, right? I don't get it. I don't get why there's like a Sony PS5 controller when this came out for everything. So yeah, again, too expensive, $120, not worth it. The Final Fantasy 16 controller, again, Japan exclusive, $140. Cool design, and again, it makes sense. Final Fantasy 16, PS5 exclusive, but yeah, not worth it. And then the coup de grace, I can't believe this is real. That's why I had to do a video and talk about this. The Fortnite controller. Wow, so much to say here. It's kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly. Why does this exist? So Fortnite came out in 2017, guys. This controller came out very recently, November 7th, 2024. Why? And the PS5's been out since 2020. Why? Like, so all of a sudden we need a Fortnite controller for the PS5. Fortnite literally came out on everything. It's on the phone. Like, if I want to think of like a prototypical PS5 game, I think of, again, Spider-Man, God of War, something like that, Astrobot. I would never think of Fortnite. I would never think of Fortnite. No shade to Fortnite. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I would never associate it with PS5. I don't know why there's a PS5 specific Fortnite controller, and why so late in the game, 7 years after the game came out, 4 years into the console's life cycle. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? It's dirt cheap, probably because it's like kind of ugly. I found it on eBay for $55. So that's a weird case where the limited edition controller is actually not only the price of a regular, no, it's cheaper than a regular controller. So actually, I take it back. My recommendation, find the Fortnite controller. It's a steal. It's cheaper than your normal controller, and it's limited edition. It's special. Like, it has like the special artwork on it. Yeah, I guess I'd recommend the Fortnite controller. So yeah, I'll close out the video. I'm gonna let you guys, take some time and guess. But long story short, after ragging on how expensive these things are, I already own one of these limited edition controllers, and I'm also planning to buy another one soon. So I want you to guess which is which. Like, which one of these do I already own, and what am I going to buy in the near future? So yeah,